My name is Renee Strofe, and a little over a month ago, my ex reacted badly when I was breaking up with him. He pulled a knife on me, and when I pulled my cell phone out to try and call the cops, he yanked it and threw it from my hands. He then proceeded to throw closed fist punches, and I was holding up my arms, trying to block them, screaming out his name, because I didn't understand why. He hit me once to the jaw, once to my head, and once to the back of my head, and then also another to my abdomen. This punch was the last one I saw. I remember seeing his fist come at my face, right towards the middle, and I turned at the last second, and he gave me a concussion. This is something that no one should have to go through. Any person, male or female. It's like he told me once when we were watching Dr. Phil. If a man hits someone, he's going to do it again. And the laws in Oregon really need to change. I don't know if it's just the county that I'm in or whether it's all over the state. But for 3 Class A misdemeanors, menacing because he pulled the knife on me, domestic violence because he punched me 4 times, and impeding a 911 call for taking the phones from my hands. The maximum sentence is 3 years and $18,750 in fines. And what he was given was a straight-time plea offer of 90 days and $10 in fines because that's what I paid in co-pays to my insurance. That's what he was given. Since this has happened, numerous women from around here have come to me, telling me their stories. Another woman was beaten up by her boyfriend, and he only received 8 days in this county. It seems to me that that has been the trend. Very short sentences for such a huge thing to our lives. Something we never think can happen to us because of all the pretty promises that they all made. All they do is they slap them on the wrist, and when they get out, they're more pissed off than when they went in. And a lot of the times, the cycle keeps going. They go back to seek their revenge, or they play the innocent card and make us believe that it'll never happen again. But it will. I was strong enough to realize that he was trying to control my life, and that's why I was breaking up with him. And I thought that the cops were right, that he was going to at least get a year or 2, that it wouldn't be treated as just an oversight. That's what they did. They just brushed him aside like, oh, well, he just hit her. Big deal. Everybody I talked to said he should get at least a year out of this for 3 Class A misdemeanors. The first plea deal they offered was 30 days and a 1.5 years of probation. And then he requested straight time. And they gave him 90 days with credit for time served. The other lady's man got 8 days. This is not something that should be taken lightly. You know what the horrible thing is? He has a hold and he's going to jail in St. Helens for 6 months because he was sitting next to Brass Knuckles. And yet they're giving him 90 days for beating me up and pulling a knife on me. This has to change. It needs to be a change in Oregon. It needs to be a change in our country to protect us. Victims Assistance told me that I should feel lucky that he got that much time. They told me that that was pretty good around here. Isn't that sad? I'm my daddy's baby girl. The other lady, she's a mother. All of the women that I've talked to has been somebody's wife, somebody's daughter, somebody's mother. And this should never happen to us. And it should not be so lightly treated in the courtrooms. We have a right to happiness. It's in our country's laws. So why aren't they trying to protect it? Another lady I talked to, her ex, has 20 counts plus of abuse. And guess what? He's running rampant in Portland, doing it to another woman. And he has a warrant for his arrest. And the probation officers here in Tillamook know where he is. Because she knows, and she called them and told them. And they don't care. They simply don't want to go get him, even though he's ruining another woman's life. Help us. Stand up with us. Somebody needs to take a stand. And I'm going to try. And anyone who's with me needs to stand up too. All you women that have been abused, 1 in 3 in this county have been abused, need to stand up too and say this isn't right. The government takes it out of our hands. We can't even prosecute. If the woman doesn't, I understand, but when somebody like me wants to go after the bastard for as much time as she can, I can't, because it's not allowed. So girls, stand with me. Let your voice be heard. Let's try and get this done. Something has to be done. It's ridiculous.